The iPhone 17 series is finally here. Apple has taken the wraps off the iPhone 17, the 17 Air, and the powerful 17 Pro and Pro Max. This is a pivotal launch for Apple, packed with decisions that are set to completely redefine the smartphone landscape. And as expected, their chief competitor, Samsung, has fired back in a way that's absolutely classic for them. Samsung trolls Apple iPhone 17 Pro, saying that 348-megapixel lenses still doesn't equal 200-megapixel. Reality of Samsung's 200-megapixel sensor in real-life performance. Even when you're shooting at 200-megapixel mode and only in specific situations. The difference is still not as much as you think of it in your mind. But, speaking of 348-megapixel cameras, Apple has added a new 48-megapixel zoom. It's actually a 4x zoom instead of 5x from last year. But because it's a bigger sensor with higher megapixel resolution, it can do in-sensor lossless zoom up to 8x and extended zoom of up to 40x, meaning the zoom performance should be on par with the Galaxy S25 Ultra, or might even surpass that if they have done the processing right. Now, the second shot from Samsung is regarding Apple not making foldables. And yes, that is true. No matter how much improvement you can add to a standard phone, it's still going to be a standard phone. Meaning the fun you get with the foldable phones is always going to be more exciting. There's some things that just go beyond specs. So I would say this roast is legit. Apple also finally added live translation, something Samsung added like 2 years ago with the Galaxy S24 series. So legit. And then the fact that it took Apple 5 years to add its sleep score for their health tracking. This is also legit. They also use MKBHD's tweet as well, which is very cheeky, saying actual innovation is greater than hype. iPhone 17 launch. Apple has pulled off something genuinely impressive with the iPhone 17 lineup. The most unexpectedly compelling phone might be the standard iPhone 17. It looks the same, but don't be fooled, this device is a nightmare for Samsung. Apple made the monumental decision to finally abandon the outdated 60Hz display, giving the base model a smooth 120Hz promotion screen. Not only that, they made it brighter than the Galaxy S25 Ultra 3000 nits versus 2600. It also features a new anti-reflective coating and is significantly more durable. Around the back, you now get dual 8MP cameras, meaning the ultra-wide finally gets a high-resolution sensor. A clear advantage over the 12MP ultra-wide on Samsung's base S25. It packs a larger battery, the new A19 chip, and a clever 2MP front camera with a center stage feature that can capture horizontal and vertical videos. Simultaneously, huge win for content creators. And the 256GB model stays at $799. This isn't just the best value iPhone ever. It's one of the best value phones on the market, period. Other models, here's the iPhone Air. It's a marvel of engineering, an incredibly thin device at just 5.6 millimeters, but it also feels like a misstep. For $1,000, you only get a single camera, a worryingly thin battery that almost requires the sold separately battery pack, and a chip that will likely throttle under load due to the lack of cooling. My respect for Samsung's approach with the balanced S25 Edge has grown. Finally, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are pure power. The A19 Pro chip is the fastest in any smartphone right now. Combined with huge efficiency gains and the largest batteries ever in an iPhone, the battery life is going to be incredible. The new 48MP telephoto lens we discussed closes the gap with Android competitors. While Samsung still holds a lead in AI features with its combo of Gemini and Galaxy AI, iOS 26 is a sleek and powerful update. So overall, this is a surprisingly strong lineup from Apple, especially the game-changing base model. If I had to rate Samsung's attempt at a roast, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. They could have gone much harder on the iPhone Air's compromises. But what's your take? Do you think Samsung's points were valid, or were they just marketing noise? Which of the new iPhones has you most interested? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.